I'm Brian Iverson, and this is the Investor Breakout. Let's talk about what happened in the first half of 2026. Last week, we talked about Alberta's push for a new pipeline to Canada's Pacific coast. The goal is clear: open new export markets in Asia and reduce Canada's reliance on the United States. Now, another pipeline conversation is gaining momentum, this time heading east. Alberta Premier Daniel Smith and Ontario Premier Doug Ford have announced plans to study a 3,300-kilometer energy corridor. It would carry up to 800,000 barrels of oil per day from Alberta to Ontario. The proposal could eventually extend even further, reaching Atlantic Canada and opening the door to European export markets. So this is not just about moving more oil. It is about energy security. Right now, a major portion of the oil imported into Ontario still moves through US infrastructure, including Line 5 through Michigan. That creates risk. And with trade tensions, global supply shocks, and energy security back in focus, Canada is clearly revisiting how it moves its own resources. There is still a long road ahead. Regulatory reviews, Indigenous consultation, environmental questions, and private capital. But the message is getting louder. Whether west to Asia or east to Ontario and beyond, Canada's energy conversation has shifted. The question is whether the country can finally build the infrastructure to match the opportunity. After being recognized as a top 5 pick at the 2026 CEM Bermuda Capital Event, Pulsar Helium continues to make meaningful progress toward becoming a commercial helium producer. And the story is getting more interesting. The company's flagship Topaz Project in Minnesota has now gone 7 for 7, with every well drilled encountering helium-bearing gas. Even more impressive are the grades. The Jetstream #1 well returned an average helium concentration of 8%. By comparison, many helium projects are considered commercial at concentrations of around 0.3%. But management isn't stopping at discovery. Pulsar recently signed a binding agreement to reserve a helium purification and liquefaction plant valued at about $80 million. If completed, it would become Minnesota's first helium liquefaction facility. The plant would be capable of producing more than 8 million liters of liquid helium each year, while also creating the opportunity to process helium for third parties. There's another piece of the story attracting attention. Topaz also contains helium-3, which is one of the rarest gases on Earth. Its applications are in quantum computing, neutron detection, and advanced scientific research. Management isn't relying on helium-3 to support the project's economics, but it could provide meaningful upside over time. The next catalysts are clear: production wells, an updated resource estimate, and the project's first economic assessment, and a financing strategy for the processing plant. Pulsar is beyond just proving it has helium. This team is building the infrastructure needed to bring that helium to market. Read the full Pulsar Helium editorial spotlight coming soon to the Investor Breakout newsletter. I'm Ryan Iverson, and we'll see you next week.